It is time now for the Peter Channel 6 o'clock news on this Friday evening, March 18th, 2016. I'm Peter Wiggins, and your top news headlines at 6 o'clock on this Friday evening. And our top story is in Paris, where Belgian counterterrorism police raided an apartment block in Brussels on Friday and arrested Salah Abdeslam, a key suspect in last year's bloody terrorist attacks in Paris after a shootout that left him wounded. Turkey's Prime Minister and the President of the European Union on Friday praised the agreement to return new asylum seekers who arrive in Greece from Turkey. After former New Hampshire prep school student Oren Levy was convicted of sexual assault in a classmate, in August he was released on bail pending an approval and went to live with his mother's home in Vermont, where he said he spent his time studying. Mitt Romney, the Republican presidential nominee in 2012, said that he will vote for Ted Cruz. Adam Welch of the Chicago White Sox will walk away from baseball after what he called a fundamental disagreement with the White Sox executive vice president Ken Williams over his son's time in the clubhouse. Vernell Garvin wasn't surprised that President Obama tapped Merrick Garland to sit on the U.S. Supreme Court, as she already knew that the judge was the smartest person in the country. Or the smartest people in the country. Scientists identified targeted and aggressive ovarian cancer. President Obama plans a 3-day Cuba trip, and he is meeting with Raul Castro. Researchers study the mechanics of drying paint. $600,000 worth of heroin found in a Canadian convenience store. Baltimore Ravens cornerback Ray Walker fighting for his life after a dirt bike wreck. Antibiotics can treat appendicitis, but long-term efficacy unknown. CDC, 116 cases of Zika in U.S. residents in the first 2 months of the year. Acetaminophen won't help a virus pain, according to a study. In local news, Foxborough and interstate gang of thieves that employ drugs addicts and prostitutes to break into cars, stealing wallets, bank cards, and financial information has been active in Norfolk County, including Foxborough, as local and federal law enforcement sources said that the group dubbed the felony lane gang have stolen merchandise similar in a series of crimes up and down the East Coast. Mansfield, a suspect in 3 Mansfield robberies and thefts over the past 2 months, was accused of a few things in court Friday, and not all of them were bad. Errol, New Hampshire, a Foxborough man has been charged in a New Hampshire crash that killed his passenger. Mansfield, a Mills-based nonprofit that's seeking town officials blessed into a medical marijuana dispensary in town are first for the appendicitis approved. Boston, a children's book written in part by an 8-year-old Rhode Island boy will be released a month after his dying wish to be famous. In China, echoed around the world. In Berlin, German Chancellor Angela Merkel is urging migrants in the squalid tent city of Adamaya on the Greek-Macedonian border to trust Greek authorities. Taking a look at stock buy report. The Dow up 120.81 points at 17,602.30. SP 500 up 8.99 points at 2,049.58. And Nasdaq up 20.66 points at 4,795.65. Now look at your sports. Tonight, the Boston Celtics will be at Toronto taking on the Toronto Raptors, while the Boston Bruins will be at an AM 10 at Ducks. Game time 10 o'clock, which is 7 o'clock their time. Sports before Peyton Manning and Toronto Bruins begin, and would be nice if his retirement tour came to an end as the latest stop on what's becoming the longest goodbye ever was Manning speaking and being honored for his NFL career in Indianapolis. Indian Wells, California. Rafael Nadal defeated Kenyan scored 6-4, 6-3 to reach semifinals of the BNP Paribas Open in pursuit of the 4th title in the California desert, and the Red Sox lose to the Twins 8-6. Okay, look at the weather. The nights will be clear and colder, low about 27 degrees. Tomorrow, sunny and cool, high about 43, low about 26 degrees. Sunday, cloudy in the morning, then snow. Heavy at times. I'm expecting 4 to 8 inches possible in eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island and eastern Connecticut and seacoast New Hampshire and southern Maine, while 2 to 4 inches for west of Worcester County and New Hampshire, Maine, and Cape Islands. I'm expecting high Sunday by about 38, low about 29 degrees. For Monday, snow in the morning, then clouds in the afternoon, high about 41, low about 25 degrees. And for Tuesday, sunny part clouds, high about 42, low about 32 degrees. Currently here in Naughton, it's 49 in Puckati. And that's me for the Peter Channel 6 o'clock news on this Friday evening, March 18, 2016. I'm Peter. Have a good evening and a goodbye today. To see you at For Peter Channel, late night news during the 30 minutes of the Bruins next game. Have a good evening.